Hi, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. How's your Sunday going?
I'm going to Taipei House.
Oh, nice, nice. Are you in school today or just relaxing?
Um, School. Uh, in these days, I don't have class, so I can play outside.
Oh, you can play outside. Very nice. You're gonna meet up with some friends later?
Yes. My friends go to college.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. Okay, so well, today's topic is St. Patrick's Day. Have you ever heard of St. Patrick's Day?
I don't think, but I search on the internet.
Yeah, it's actually today. Like today is the day that they celebrate it. And yeah, so we'll learn everything about it. So let's skip on to the second slide, and that's the warm up. So, what have you found on the internet about St. Patrick's Day?
Uh, I found on the internet is in that day some people wear green and it is a religion's day.
Exactly, exactly. And so it's a festival or a celebration originating in Ireland. And what do you know about Ireland?
Uh, I think Ireland culture is interesting because it has the Dogra
It has
and
so it has what?
Dogu. It have Dogra story.
Okay.
Um,
So,
德古拉，呃
the local.
古拉。It has I send I send
On WeChat, Dracula.
Dracula. It
Oh,
has a darker story.
oh, really? Because Dracula, I thought Dracula is from Romania. I thought
I
Dracula is from Transylvania. Well, maybe it's written by
um
a. Mm-hmm. Dracula. So Dracula was written in Ireland? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. The author was Irish. Yeah, the writer was Irish. Very good. Yeah. Have you ever been to Ireland?
I don't go to Ireland,
No.
but
Yeah,
I think it's a beautiful.
yeah, yeah. I've never been myself, but I know a lot of people from Ireland, and they are. I think personally, I think they're one of the funniest people I have ever met. And there's something about the culture. They are all very, very happy and funny people. So in the next slides, we'll talk about more about St. Patrick's Day and different symbols and stuff like that. So let's move on to the first reading passage. And as you know here, you'll just read this passage, and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
St. Patrick is one of Ireland's patron saints. In the 19th and the 20th centuries, Ireland people immigrated to countries like Canada, the UK, and the US. They took many of their Irish customs along with them, including St. Patrick's Day. Irish Americans remember him on March 17. It is a celebration of Irish American culture in the United States. According to popular legend, St. Patrick's banished from Ireland people who worship snake serpent gods.
Very good. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. St. Patrick is one of Ireland's patron saints. You know, patron. A patron is down here. You can see the vocabulary. A person chosen as a special guardian or protector of something. So
Yes.
in you know, in religion, there's a lot of patrons. Like everything has its own patron. Is there any patrons in maybe Chinese tradition or Chinese mythology?
I think um, the patient is um, the but uh, but her some people think the Buddha is a patience.
Oh, Buddha. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. He has a patron of the people. Okay, so in the 19th and 20th century, do you understand the word century? 19th and 20th century.
Yes,
Okay, Irish people immigrated to countries like Canada, the UK, and the US.
I know.
Is that pretty clear?
Yes, they um can people 就是 some people go to there and I know this words.
Immigrate.
I know some people from one area to another area.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, exactly. They move, like they go to live in a different country.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And the UK is the United Kingdom, the US is the United States. Okay, so they took many of their Irish customs along with them, including St. Patrick's Day. Do you understand that sentence?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so it means they took a lot of the traditions and the things, how they used to do things in Ireland, and they brought it with them to their new homes, and including St. Patrick's Day, of course. So Irish Americans remember him on March 17th. This just means it's on March 17th, which is today. And it's a celebration of Irish American culture in the United States. According to popular legend, St. Patrick banished from Ireland people who worshipped snake or serpent gods. Does that make sense? According to popular legend.
I know the legend.
Yeah.
It is like a tale.
Yeah, it's a tale, exactly. Yeah. And banish?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's to yeah, as it says down here, to force someone to leave a certain place. So, for instance, if a kid can't play with other kids, you can say he was banished from the game. So yeah, and snake and serpent, like okay, worship.
I don't know the worship.
Worship is when you go to church and you pray to God. So it means you worship God. So
I know.
yeah, to worship God, or to yeah, so to have a really strong admiration for something is to worship something. Yeah, and yeah, snake gods, exactly. All right, so let's move on to the next. Oh, sorry. Let's here. I'm gonna ask you a question about this passage here. So tell me, who is Saint Patrick and what did he do?
Patrick is one of Ireland's Puritan saints, and he banished from Ireland people who worship the snake, separate gods.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So yeah, just feel free to start whenever.
Celebrations concentrate on Irish-themed parties, drinks, and food. Many people get into the spirit by dressing in green clothing and eat green colored food. Irish pubs and pubs often hold parties or special deals. Water is dyed green in public places in some towns. The most notable body of water that was dyed green was the Craigall River in 2005.
Good. Okay, so any questions about the vocabulary?
I don't know the Chingo River.
Okay, Chicago. Chicago is a city in America.
The river is green.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
The river water is green.
Yeah, so they dye it. The word in the vocabulary list, you see the word dye, D-Y-E, and it says to change the color of something by using a dye. So
the river is so long. How to change this color?
How do they dye it, right? I'm not sure how they do it, but I have a picture for you of that river. And they actually dyed it this year again, and this is a picture from this year. And I assume the river isn't a fast-moving river; it's very slow, so they can dye it for, for a certain amount of time. So I just sent you
Wow.
on WeChat. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Yeah, it looks like a very slow river, so that it's easier maybe to dye it. Okay, dyed green. Is that the most notable body of water?
I know this notable words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something worth noticing, basically. Yeah. And body of water. Does that make sense?
Most notable words. I don't know the how to notable bodies of the water. I know the notable words, but I don't know
the expression.
Yes.
Yeah. So a body of water can be basically anything. Like a large, how would you say that? Like a lake, for instance. A lake is a body of water, or a river is a body of water, or an ocean is a body of water. So anything where there's a lot of water could be a body of water. It's just it's just a way of categorizing. So it's
Okay.
a body of water. And here in the second sentence, many people get into the spirit. Do you know what that means, to get into the spirit?
Have a power in themselves. So think they have a power. Powerful.
Get into the spirit. No, it's get into the spirit of something. I see where you're coming from, but it has a different meaning. So when people get into the spirit of something, for instance, in China, let's say, there is the Spring Festival, and people, before the Spring Festival, right, people get together, or during it, people get together, the families come together. I think you guys cook together, and there is celebrations in the street. Is that right? Yes, so that means people get into the spirit of the Spring Festival. So everybody has an emotional connection to it.
I know.
Yeah, to get into the spirit. Or even if you're at a live music event, and you like the music and you start dancing, and that means you're getting into the spirit of the festival. Yeah. Exactly. So, or you dress up, like in the next reading passage, or Yeah, in the next reading passage.
The most common state birthday symbol is a shamrock. The shamrock is a leaf of the clover plant and the symbol of the Holy Trinity. Other symbols seen on St. Patrick's Day include the harp, which was used in Ireland for centuries, as well as the lantern and a pot of gold that it hits.
Exactly. So here, the most common St. Patrick's Day symbol. You know symbol?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Present.
What's that?
A sun sign, SIGN, in that country.
Yeah. Can you think of a symbol? Like a different.
I can.
Like what? Can you give me an example of another symbol?
The elephant is a symbol of time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's national, yeah, definitely. There's national symbols, and then there is other symbols like, for instance, like a cross symbolizes, Christianity, for instance, or like a red cross symbolizes hospital or medicine. So yeah, and the shamrock. That's what you see in that circular picture. In the.
I don't know the. I know the shamrock.
Yeah, so the shamrock is in the picture. Is the green leaf. Did you see it?
I can't see it.
On the PDF file.
Oh, I know.
So next to there's a baby.
The leaf.
Yeah, next to the baby there's a leaf in the top left, and that's the shamrock.
I know.
Yeah, so you go, all the Irish pubs and everything that has to do with Ireland. There's always a shamrock somewhere. It's it's their symbol. Shamrock is the leaf of the clover plant, and the clover plant I looked it up, and it's kind of the same thing. So I think it's a different name, or maybe there's I'll look it up. I'll send you the information on that. And the symbol of the Holy Trinity. Do you know the Holy Trinity?
I don't know.
It's from Holy Trinity is from Christianity, I believe. And it is basically the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that's, Christians just say that, and it has some sort of meaning, but it's a religious expression specifically for Christianity. Exactly. Okay, so other symbols seen on St. Patrick's Day include the harp. You know the harp?
Harp.
Mm-hmm.
Harp. It's a music instrument.
Yeah.
It's that has some sting.
Yeah. It's like it's like a big harp, and you play it just like this. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's here in the PDF file. You can see a harp at the bottom right corner, like a old wooden harp. Yeah. A harp which was used in Ireland for centuries, as well as the leprechaun. So, do you know leprechaun?
The leprechaun is this people is in the PDF is a leprechaun.
Yeah, it's like a little it's like a little leprechaun. It's also like a what do you call it? Like a mythical figure from like Irish folktale. I just sent you a picture on WeChat. It's a leprechaun. Yeah, it's a leprechaun. And here, when we continue, it says and a pot of gold that it hides. So here you can see a pot of gold as well in the
Yes.
picture. Yeah, exactly. So tell me, what are some St. Patrick's Day symbols?
It symbols harp and leprechaun uh, uh, and the leprechaun.
Yeah, and there's another one in there.
Mm,
There's two more
a
actually.
pot of gold.
Yes. And then there's one symbol in the first sentence.
Oh, the shamrock.
Shamrock, exactly. And now, if you had to put it in a sentence, how would you say that? What are some St. Patrick's Day symbols? How would you answer that?
The St. Patrick's Day symbol is the shamrock, and harp and leprechaun and a pot of gold.
Exactly. So, because there's more than one symbol, you would say St. Patrick's Day symbols are. Because you said the St. Patrick's Day symbol is, that would be if there's only one. But since there's four, you would say the St. Patrick's Day symbols are the shamrock, the harp, the leprechaun, and the pot of gold.
I know.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next one. That's it for the reading section. And now we will read the sentences and decide if they're true or false.
Okay. St. Patrick's is a saint of Ireland. That is true. And St. Patrick banished the snails from Ireland. That is false. He banned the snake and serpents.
Exactly. So even beyond snakes and serpents, he banished the worshippers of snake gods.
Yes. And the common St. Patrick's Day symbol are the shamrock and the leprechaun. That is true.
Yeah.
And the Chadigo River died in 2005. That is false. The word is worry. It's wrong. It's DYED, not DIED.
Exactly.
And people get in the spirit of the celebration by dressing in green. That is true.
True. Exactly. Good. Let's move on to the next one. Here, based on proper grammar, choose the correct answer to fill in the blank.
Yes. One, he is a notable character in the story. Two, the kids enjoyed reading the legend of Hercules.
Yeah, very good.
And three, the people immigrant to a new place.
Yeah, immigrated.
Immigrated.
Yeah.
Four, he used many colors to dye his shirt.
No.
To dye, to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I know what you said A, because it's in the past, but already the past is indicated in used. So he used many colors to dye his shirt. So you already know it's in the past. So in this case, you wouldn't have to make dye in the past.
Five.
Yep.
The prisoners was banished from.
That's yeah.
Six. She got into the spirit by wearing green and eating green colored food.
Yeah, correct. Uh, that's very good. So let's move on to the last slide. And now, so based on what we kind of saw in the pictures and what we've read and talked about, would you like to go to a St. Patrick's Day celebration?
Uh, I like these days. I think it is so interesting. Everyone eats green, drink green, and wear green. I don't see it.
Yeah, yeah. And so, why would you like to go?
Uh, I think it is interesting in the China. I can't see this picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Personally never celebrated in or I mean, St. Patrick's Day is not that big in Europe or in the West Coast. There's not that many Irish people, but people still celebrate it. But I think it's the biggest in the East Coast of America, in Boston and Chicago, New York, Philadelphia. I think those are very Irish, traditionally Irish places. I mean, with a lot of Irish history. I mean, and that will be fun. That will be fun to go there as well. And they also, apart from just dyeing the river and the water, they also dye the beer. So the beer is not the classic beer color. It is green actually. So you drink green beer.
Have teacher take part in this festival?
No, no, personally never. As I said, I went out. I went to a bar on St. Patrick's Day, but where I'm from, or the places that I've lived, it is not a big celebration. There just aren't a lot of Irish people where I used to live, so no. But like a real Irish celebration, I've never been to. I would love to go as well. Yeah. So, what are some popular legends from your country? Do you have anything similar?
Um, uh, it has some. It have some festival, like the Spring Festival and some other traditional festival. We all together.
Mm-hmm. And do you have anything where you dress up and celebrate?
In the Spring Festival, many people dress up red with red clothes. Some people sing. Red symbol, uh, red symbol show uh, Jubilant, symbol happy and hot in the next year.
And what's the sorry? So my question was if you dress up for a festival. I didn't quite understand if you did or not.
Um, just many family dress red clothes. Some people think red clothes uh, can bring lucky in the next year.
Oh, bright clothes.
Red clothes. Uh, so
Can you message me that?
yes.
Oh, red. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. That's interesting. So red means luck in Chinese culture.
Yes, red brings luck in the next year.
Oh, interesting. And oh, okay, interesting. Popular legends. And yeah, there is so yeah, there's a lot of festivals in the or there's actually one more festival in the West where you dress up, and it's called Halloween. Have you heard of Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah, so there you dress up as whatever you want, like scary creatures or witch or movie your favorite movie character. So anything you like, yeah. Have you dyed anything before?
Uh, I don't start any before, but in my childhood, I dyed a T-shirt with picture,
Oh, nice. A picture of what?
a rabbit.
A rabbit.
Yes,
Oh, do you
I
still
dyed a rabbit in the T-shirt.
do you still have that t-shirt?
Uh, I don't. I give it to my mother.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's cool. That sounds like a really cool t-shirt. Okay, and so last question is, oh, by the way, I have never dyed anything before. Not even like, yeah, not my hair or not anything. I painted. I used to paint, but that's not dyeing really. Yeah. And so last question, has anything lucky ever happened to you? What that you can remember?
Uh, I four-leaf cover. I found a four-leaf flower in the garden, and
Oh.
I don't think it can bring lucky.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you found a four-leaf clover is luck in itself because they're so rare. So maybe that was it. Yeah, your luck went on finding it.
But
Yeah.
I think I found it is very happy. It is lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's it. That's it for today. We went through the whole lesson. And yeah, thank you. I hope you have a good Sunday. And yeah, just don't hesitate to ask more questions, even if they're in depth, or even if they're you feel like maybe they're unrelated to the topic. Don't worry about asking anything you'd like to ask me regarding a pronunciation or even understanding of something. I might not know something the moment you ask it, but I'll find out even later. So yeah, just for future lessons, don't be scared to ask anything.
Teacher.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you very much. You have a good Sunday.
A good Sunday.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you.